Welcome again. I will discuss with the part 12 from the exercise 5c. The problem here is with the number 8. Find the middle term of the AP 313 or 213, 205, 197 and so on till you reach 37. Okay, you have to find the middle term. Now in between this 213 and 37 term, to find the middle term, that means you have to find out how many terms are there in this progression. From 213 up to 37, you have to find how many terms are there. After finding the value of n, then you can find out which is the middle term in this progression. Okay, now here in this given AP, the first term is 213. Common difference is 205 minus 213, which give us minus 8. Okay, and the nth term is the 37. You have to find the value of n here. Now a plus n minus 1d is the nth term. We know that this is the formula. Using this, we have a is 213, n we don't know, minus 1, d is 8, is equal to 37. 213, then here n is minus 8, minus with plus is minus 8 multiply n is 8n, minus with minus is plus, 8 multiply 1 is 8. Then this 213 and this 8 both are plus, you can add them, you get 221 minus 8n equal to 7. Minus 8n is equal to 37. You take this 212, 221 to the right side is minus 221. 8n will be, if you subtract these two, plus minus 221 minus 37, you'll get 184 with this with minus sign. You can cancel this minus. Therefore, n will be 184 by 8, would give us 23. Now 23 is the number of term. If 23 is the number of term, the midterm should be how much? If 12, there should be 11 on the left, 11 on the right, middle, 11 on the left, 11 on the right will be how much? Both left and right, 22. Middle term should be the 13 term. That means 11 term on the left, 13 should be the middle term, and 14 up to 23rd term will be 11 term. 11 on the right, 11 on the left, middle will be the 12th term, isn't it? Because total term is 23. If you divide 23 by 2, you cannot divide 23 by 2. You divide by 2, you'll get how much? 22.5 12 is 11.5, isn't it? You'll get 11.5. 11.5. Therefore, you move ahead of 11.5. The next, because 11.5 is not the term will be whole number. It will be the 12th term. If 12 is the middle term, that means to the left of 12 there are how many? 11 term. To the right of 12 there are 11 term. I mean 11, 11, 22. With the middle one, with this 12 term is the 20. The total number of term is 23. Now you have to find the middle term, which is the 12th term. Now if n is equal to 12, what should be the value of that term? Using with the same formula, we will be finding the value of the 12th term. 12th term will be a plus n minus 1d. n here we know that is 12. A is 213, n minus 1, 12 minus 1, d is minus 8. 213, 12 minus 1 is 11, multiply with minus 8 would give us minus 88. 213 minus 88 is 125. This means the middle term is how much? 125. Okay. In the next number 9, in this given AP, prove that the sum of the middle terms is equal to the sum of the first and the last term. Okay, because suppose if the number of term is 10, what should be the middle term? If the number of term is 10, how many middle term are there? 10 divided by 2 is 5. But from 1 to 4, to the left is number 1, 2, 3, 4. In the middle you have 5. To the right side you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This means you have 5 term on right, 4 term on the left. It's not the middle term. Therefore 5 is not the middle term. If the total number of term is 10, then if you keep 4 from the left, 4 from the right, that means 8. This means the number of the middle term, there are 2 middle term. 1 first term, second term, third term, fourth term. 5th and 6th, they are the middle term. 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 term on the right side. 7, 8, 9, 10 on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side. And the middle term, they are the 5th and the 6th term. Isn't it? Therefore, the same thing here also it should apply. That in this progression, prove that the sum of the middle term is equal to sum of the first and the last terms. There are 2 middle term here in this. If you find out the number of terms here, there are two middle terms, and the sum of these 2 middle terms should be equal to the sum of the first and the last term. Which is the first term is 1, which is the last term 415. That means the sum of these 2 middle terms should be equal to 416. Is clear? Now let us move ahead to solve with this problem. Now what do you have to find at the very beginning? We have to find out first how many terms does this progression have from the first term up to this last term 415. How many terms you have to? How many terms are there? Okay, that means we will be using with the a plus n minus 1d equal the nth term. For using this, you have to find out the value of a, find out d, substitute the value of a and d, you find the value of n, how much it is. Okay, here in the given AP, a is the first term is 1, d is common difference, 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, using this formula, we have a is 1, n minus 1 d, d is 6 equal 415 with the last term. Here 6 multiply n, 6n, 6 multiply 1 is 6, minus sign. Then 6 and 1 plus minus minus, 6 minus 1 is 5, but 6n minus 5 is equal 415. Taking this 5 to right side, 6n equal 415 plus 5, 6n equal 420, with n equal 420 divided by 6, which is 70. Okay, n is 70. Then how much should be to the left? To the left should be 34. To the right should be 34. That means 68. Middle term there should be 2. 69, 70. Isn't it? Therefore 1 up to 34 they should be left. The 35th term and 36th term they are the middle term, and 37 up to 70th term they are on the right side of the progression. Okay, the mid term here they are the 35th and 36th term. Now we find the value of 35th term. 35th term, you substitute the value of n equal 35, a plus n minus 1d. 35 minus 1 is 34, multiply 6 is 204, 204 plus 1 is 205. And the 36th term, no need to use this formula. 36, the next term will be 35 plus d. 205 plus d is 211. Okay, simply use with this. The next term will be the previous term plus common difference. You can use with this also, is no problem, but it's easy for you. Once you know 205, the next term will be 205 plus 6, which is 211. Now the sum of 35 and 36 term is 416. Now the sum of the first and the last is, first is 1, last is 415, which is 416 itself. Therefore, the sum of the mid term is equal to sum of the first and the last term. It's clear? Now we move with the number 10. Which term of the AP will be 130 more than the 31st term? Okay, and how we'll know that is the 31st term is mean to get that term, mean here you have to find which term is 130 more than the 31st term. First of all, you have to know how much is 31st term. What is the value of the 31st term, isn't it? Okay, to know the value of 31st term, we'll have to know first with the value of A and D common difference. A is 5, common difference is 10, 15 minus 5 is 10. Okay, now we'll use with this formula to know what is the value of the 31st term. The 31st term will be A is 5, N is 31 minus 1, 10. That is 30 minus multiply 10, 300. 5 plus 300 is 305. The 31st term is 305. And the question is here, you have to find that term which is 130 more than the 31st term. 31st term is 305. If you add with 130, it is 435. Now this 435, you again have to find out which term of the given progression is this 435. That means you have to find n again from you have to find the value of n from the progression if the last term is 435. Here n is this term 435 is the last you consider as the last term, and find the value of n from there. Okay, again using with the same formula, a plus n minus 1d equal nth term. A is 5, n minus 1, and we are finding the value of that term. Therefore n is a known quantity, and d here is 10. Nth term is 435. 10 multiply n, 10n, 10 multiply 1 is 10 minus sign. Then 5 with 10 plus minus is minus, 10 multiply 5 is 5, minus sign is greater. 10n minus 5 equal 435. Then you take this 5 to right. 10n is 435 plus 5, it is 440. Therefore n will be 440 divided by 10, which is 44. N is equal 44. That means the 44th term is how much? Is greater than the 31st term by 130. See here, 44th term minus 130 should be equal to the 31st term, isn't it? The question asks us to find that the 44th term should be greater by 130. That means if you subtract 44th term by 130, you'll get to as the value for the 31st term. Let us check with this. 44th term minus 130. 44th term is 435 minus 130 is 305, and this 305 is our 31st term. Okay, hence 44th term is 130 more than the 31st term. Is clear? Now we move to the next number 11. If the 10th term of an AP is 52 and the 70th term is 20 more than the 30th term, find the AP. Okay, here there is no first term, there is no common difference, there is nothing. We are given with this condition, and you have to find out the whole progression. You have to find the progression given the condition that the 10th term of AP is 52 and 70th term is 20 more than the 30th term. Okay, now let us solve this one. It's given that the 10th term is 52. Here the first condition, 10th term is 52. Okay, 10th term means a plus n minus 1d is called 52. 10 minus 1 is 9. A plus 90 is 52. We cannot proceed ahead because these are the two unknown. A is unknown, D also unknown. You just mark this equation as equation number 1. Now you proceed with the second condition. The second condition is done. The 70th term is 20 more than the 30th term. 70th term is 20 more than the 13th term. Okay, now 70th term is a plus 17 minus 1d is equal a plus 13 minus 1d plus 20. 17th term is 20 more than the 30th term. 13th term. Then here we have 17 minus 1 is 16d. Here we have 13 minus 1 is 12d plus 20. Here a plus on right side, a plus. If you bring this a to the left side, it will be minus. This plus and this one, if you bring here, will be minus. Therefore a minus a is 0. Therefore you can cancel simply this a on the left and a on the right side. Okay, now remaining 16d, then 12d you bring to the left, plus will be minus 12d. On the right side you have 0. 16 minus 12d is 4d is called 20. Therefore d will be how much? 20 by 4 will give us 5 as the equation number 2. You mark this as equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2, d is 5. In equation 1 we have a plus 9d equal 52. Put the value of d here. Since d is 5, you put the value of d in that equation number 1. A plus 9d equal 52. Instead of d we are putting 5, this 5. 9 multiplied 5 is 45. A equal 52. Take this 45 to right, will minus 45. A equal 7. Okay, now since we got a 7, d is common difference, we have got to be 5. Then you can write the whole progression. First term is a 7, second term is a plus d, 7 plus 5 12. Then the next term is 12 plus 5 17. Next term is 17 plus 5 22, and so on. Therefore this is the progression that have asked in the question from the given condition. Is clear? You try to practice. Without practicing it will be difficult for you, because you will not first thing you have to very clear with the question what is being asked in the question, and then after clearly understanding the problem given, then you go ahead to solve it. Okay, and remember that this a plus n minus 1d equal nth term is very useful formula that every time we are using with that formula for finding the value of the nth term, either to finding the value of n given the nth term, and so on. Now you try to listen again to this, because this is a little bit difficult for you. You try to listen again with this video and do it by yourself. You just listen the video, and after that you try to solve the problem by yourself. If you are not able to do that, then you again refer to this video again and again till you are clear with it, and then proceed to do it by yourself. Okay, now number 12 to 16, you try to do this problem, try to solve this problem as homework, and we'll continue our classes with the next part on the part 13. Okay, bye to all of you.